Hello students, we are going to quickly revise today the chapter Hydrogen Chloride. Okay, so this is coming in semester 2. It is an important chapter, right? Hydrogen chloride formula HCl. Now we can prepare this hydrogen chloride by using direct combination method. In direct combination method, we take hydrogen gas, we take chlorine gas, and the condition is diffused sunlight. Right, in presence of diffuse sunlight, this is the symbol, and you're going to get two molecules of hydrogen chloride gas. Right, this is one method of preparing hydrogen chloride gas. The second method is you can take any metal chloride. So we prefer taking sodium chloride, right? And to this we add concentrated sulfuric acid and we keep the temperature less than 200 degree centigrade. Why it is less than 200 degrees centigrade? The reason is if we take more than 200 degrees centigrade, then sodium sulfate is formed, which spoils the glass apparatus and it also absorbs more heat. So what happens if we take a temperature below 200 degrees centigrade? The product is NaHSO4 plus HCl, sodium hydrogen sulfate, and the gas released is hydrogen chloride. Now, if we keep the temperature above 200 degrees centigrade, then in that case, instead of NaHSO4, sodium chloride plus H2SO4, 2 sodium, and we'll get Na2SO4 plus 2 molecules of HCl gas. Okay, so this is what you're going to get right now. Here sodium sulfate form is going to deposit in the glass apparatus, and when we further heat it is going to absorb heat. So this is going to be not economic method and also will spoil the apparatus. ठीक है, तो ये हो गया हमारा. अब हम चलते हैं लैब प्रिपरेशन. हमारे कोर्स में है लैब प्रिपरेशन. सो इफ वी टेक अप द लैब प्रिपरेशन में सेम कंडीशंस है. हमने सोडियम क्लोराइड लिया and we have taken concentrated sulfuric acid. We have added concentrated sulfuric acid through thistle funnel. Okay, and we keep the temperature below 200 degrees centigrade. Now what will happen? The reaction will be sodium chloride plus H2SO4. H2SO4 को हम ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं. ये हो जाएगा NaCl and you will get NaHSO4 plus HCl. हाइड्रोजन क्लोराइड गैस जो है वाई वी से मॉइस्ट बिकॉज हीट कर रहे हैं अबव 100 एंड हियर यू हैव गॉट कंसनट्रेटेड, तो यहाँ पे थोड़ा बहुत वाटर होगा, so you will get moist hydrogen chloride gas. Now therefore what do? We dry the gas. ड्राई करने के लिए हम क्या लेंगे? concentrated sulfuric acid. This concentrated sulfuric acid is going to absorb the moisture, so water will be retained here and you will get dry HCl gas. Is this clear? Now dry HCl gas is going to be collected by upward displacement of air. Upward displacement, why? Because HCl is heavier gas. Okay, since it is heavier gas, so it will displace air up, right? And it is going to occupy the space at the base. So HCl will be found at the base and above here you will find what? Air. Is this clear? So it is collected by upward displacement of air. Now the question can be asked, name a drying agent. So the drying agent is concentrated sulfuric acid. Can you use any other drying agent? No. If you use calcium oxide, then it is a basic compound. It is going to react with HCl. If we use phosphorus pentaoxide, then again P2O5 will react with hydrogen chloride gas and is going to form phosphorus oxytrichloride and HPO3, that is metaphosphoric acid. Okay, तो ये इसको हम बैलेंस कर लेते हैं. P2O5 के 2 molecules and 3 molecules of HCl will give 3 molecules of metaphosphoric acid. And if we take calcium oxide, it is going to combine with HCl, 2 molecules, and you will get CaCl2 plus water. So therefore we do not use calcium oxide and phosphorus pentaoxide. चलो इसमें क्वेश्चन जो आएगा वो जनरली यही आएगा that what do you take as a reactant? So the reactant is sodium chloride or potassium chloride. Now why? Because it is an active chloride salt. If we take any other chloride salt, the reaction speed will get slowed down first. Second, the question will be asked that which type of gas is obtained. So it is moist HCl gas is obtained. How it is dried? It is dried through concentrated sulfuric acid. How is the HCl gas collected? So it is collected by upward displacement of air as HCl is heavy. What is the temperature? The temperature kept is below 200 degrees centigrade. Why we do not keep temperature above 200 degrees centigrade? Because the fuel is wasted and the apparatus gets spoiled because sodium sulfate forms a hard crust. Okay, now let's take up the physical properties. So physical properties, it is a colorless gas. It is having a pungent smell and it chokes if you smell it. Since it is acidic gas, so it is sour in taste. Children, बहुत interesting है that if you take dry HCl gas, right, and you bring dry blue litmus paper, what will happen? Will paper turn red? No, the paper will not turn red because the gas over here is dry and blue litmus is also dry. Since both are dry, there will be no reaction. So there has to be moist. Either HCl should be moist or otherwise your litmus paper should be moist. The reason is an acid is a substance which releases protons and protons are actually responsible for converting blue litmus to red. Is this clear? Okay. Now, physical properties में there are two very important experiments mentioned in your course. एक experiment है आपका fountain, this is red fountain experiment, और एक आपका है that prove that gas is heavier, HCl gas is heavier than air. Okay. So let's take up one by one. So this shows that fountain experiment, the aim of the experiment is that it is highly soluble in water. To prove that it is soluble in water, and second, it is an acidic gas. So what is the nature? So there are two aims of performing this fountain experiment. One, to prove that the gas is highly soluble in water, and second, the gas is acidic in nature, or to find out the nature of the gas. Now the same experiment children हम करेंगे अमोनिया में, वहाँ पे हमारा fountain जो बनेगा वो blue fountain बनेगा. Okay, so what do? We take in a beaker blue color litmus, right, and another we take round bottom flask which is filled with हाइड्रोजन क्लोराइड गैस. तो इसके अंदर क्या ले लेते हैं? HCl गैस. ना इसमें स्टॉपर लेते हैं. स्टॉपर के साथ विच हैज़ गॉट टू होल्स. एक में हम कनेक्ट कर देते हैं थ्रू कैपिलरी, दूसरे में कनेक्ट करते हैं थ्रू ड्रॉपर. नाउ दिस ड्रॉपर इज फिल्ड विद वाटर. व्हाट डू? वी प्रेस दिस ड्रॉपर. द मोमेंट वी प्रेस दिस वाटर dropper, the water comes out. Water oozes out. Now water is here. So what will happen? The hydrogen chloride gas will dissolve in water, right? With the result, there will be low pressure created. Okay, so there will be low pressure and underneath there is high pressure, so therefore water will rise up. Now this, sorry, not water, we'll say blue litmus. So this liquid blue litmus will rise up. As soon as it comes in contact with HCl gas, so HCl is an acidic gas, it will immediately change into red fountain. So this is the red fountain test. Okay, next we take up that hydrogen chloride is heavier than air. So for this what we can do is, we can take a jar which is filled with hydrogen chloride gas. Now iske andar you have got HCl gas, another jar we take and here we have taken blue litmus solution. Now what will happen? Now HCl gas is there, HCl gas is heavier. So the moment you connect HCl gas heavier hai, so HCl will come down and air will remain up. So what will happen? HCl will come down, it will come in contact with blue litmus and therefore the litmus paper solution will turn red. The reason is, if HCl is not heavy gas, then what will happen? HCl will remain above, right? It will remain on the top and in between there will be air. In that case, this blue litmus solution will not turn red. Okay, so this was the idea that if the gas is heavier, then definitely it is going to contact come in contact with blue litmus. तो यही हुआ, HCl gas heavy थी, so it reacted because it is heavier, so it came down, right, and converted blue litmus solution to red litmus solution. Okay, एक और कर सकते हैं, सेम उसकी जगह हम ले सकते हैं. We take an empty beaker. In this empty beaker we take candle, right, we lit the candle, and this is the empty beaker, right, and here we place a jar. This jar is filled with HCl. We pour HCl gas over it. Now the moment we pour HCl gas over it, what will happen? HCl gas is heavier, so it will come down, right, and from here the air will rise up. Air is lighter, so air will be here and HCl will be all around over here. So therefore what will happen? Because there is no oxygen, no air, this candle will extinguish. So these two experiments prove that hydrogen chloride is a heavier gas. Is this clear? ये हमारा experiment हो गया. अब हम चलते हैं next, reaction with ammonia. Okay, now अगर हम लेते हैं ammonia, dry ammonia gas लेते हैं, and we combine this with HCl gas, we are going to get fumes of ammonium chloride, and these fumes are dense white fumes. Right now ammonia is a basic gas, hydrogen chloride is an acidic gas. When these two acidic and basic gas they combine, they form a compound which is a sublime solid compound, ammonium chloride. Okay, so this is again a very important reaction, and it is actually a chemical test also. So wherever there is an HCl gas, you bring rod dipped in ammonia, you will find dense white fumes of ammonium chloride. तो ये बच्चों बहुत अच्छे से कर लेना. After this, now we can form HCl gas. We convert HCl gas into hydrochloric acid, or we form hydrochloric acid from hydrogen chloride gas. Now देखते हैं कैसे बनेगा. तो हाइड्रोजन क्लोराइड गैस को एसिड बनाने में हमको क्या करना होता है? वी नीड टू dissolve this gas in water and we get hydrochloric acid, right? Now when we try to dissolve, okay, suppose we do not take funnel, we just take a glass tube, right? Through this tube we allow HCl gas to pass, and this is the water. Now understand what will happen. HCl gas is coming here. Now this gas over here with the water, it is going to dissolve, and this will get, right, choked. Now here what will happen? Vacuum will be created. Because of the vacuum, what will happen? Neither HCl will come out, nor from here water will enter. So this will get choked. Okay, so this is back suction, right? Now to avoid this back suction, what do? Instead of taking this tube, we attach this tube to an inverted funnel. ठीक है. Now inverted funnel is to increase the surface area, so there is a large surface area. Also what do? We don't place it inside the water, because again if we place it inside the water there will be no air coming inside, again there will be back suction, but after some time. So what do? We slightly raise the inverted funnel. Okay, थोड़ा सा water surface से उठा के रखते हैं. So now what happens? There is movement of water, so water keeps going inside and it combines with HCl, hydrogen chloride gas, and what do? We get hydrochloric acid. Now hydrochloric acid is heavier, so it keeps coming down and pure water keeps getting inside. So this is how the entire water is converted into hydrochloric acid. Okay, so why we use inverted funnel? So the answer is we use to avoid back suction. Okay, so why we use funnel? Because it minimizes, one, the back suction, and second, it provides large surface area for absorption of hydrogen chloride gas. Okay, now we take up the chemical properties of hydrochloric acid. तो सबसे पहले हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड की प्रॉपर्टी देख लेते हैं चिल्ड्रन. कभी भी whenever we take an acid, remember we take metal. The moment we drop metal, if metal is lying above hydrogen, right, so it is going to displace hydrogen, so we get metal salt right? And we get hydrogen gas. Okay, now if we take acid and we combine this with base, then neutralization reaction takes place. We get again salt and water. If we take an acid and now what do? We take a carbonate salt. Then in that case, we get salt, we get water, and we get carbon dioxide gas from this carbonate salt. Okay, if we take likewise sulfite, so sulfite is SO3 2 minus. So in that case, instead of carbon dioxide, we get sulfur dioxide gas. मतलब क्या बनेगा? Salt is there, water is there, but sulfur since it is sulfite, तो यहाँ पर सल्फर डाइऑक्साइड बनेगा. इफ इट इज कार्बोनेट यू विल गेट कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड गैस. अच्छा, लाइकवाइज अगर हम लेते हैं सल्फाइड PHIDE, सल्फाइड S2 माइनस, इन दैट केस जब वो एसिड के साथ रिएक्ट करेगा so it is going to form salt, and instead there is no water, instead there will be gas which is hydrogen sulfide. तो यही रिएक्शन चिल्ड्रन आने वाले, इनको एक एक करके अच्छे से प्रैक्टिस कर लीजिए. ओके, सो वी टेक एसिड हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड, कंबाइन दिस विद एनी बेस. सपोज हम लेते हैं ऑक्साइड, हमने लिया जिंक ऑक्साइड, सो वी विल गेट ZnCl2 प्लस H2O, उसको बैलेंस करेंगे. ओके, so you'll get Cl and zinc, ZnCl2 and water, right? If we take hydroxide, suppose we take HCl and we take ammonium hydroxide, any hydroxide, so in that case you will get NH4 Cl plus water. Okay, if we take carbonate, suppose we take sodium carbonate, so Na2CO3 plus HCl, right? You will get, now we will take 2 HCl, we are going to get 2 molecules of NaCl, plus we will get H2CO3. Now since it is H2CO3 carbonic acid, so carbonic acid will break into water and carbon dioxide gas. Okay, likewise if we take metal bicarbonate, like we take NaHCO3 and combine this with hydrochloric acid, again the same product, we are going to get NaCl plus water plus carbon dioxide. So if it is a carbonate salt or a bicarbonate salt, then we are going to get carbon dioxide gas, and the salt decomposes, it breaks, okay, into sodium ion and hydrogen carbonate or carbonate anion, which combine with hydrochloric acid and form water and carbon dioxide. Okay, now if we take any sulfite, so if we take, say, suppose Na2SO3 plus HCl, so again 2, we'll get Na. Now again same thing, we'll get 2 NaCl plus water plus sulfur dioxide gas. Okay, if we take NaHSO3 bisulfite, again the reaction will be hydrogen and sulfite will form water plus sulfur dioxide, and you'll get NaCl. Is this clear? Then next, if we take sulfide, so if we take, say, sodium sulfide, combine this with HCl, then we will get hydrogen sulfide. So the product will be H2S plus NaCl. Is this clear? Children, these reactions are very important. बहुत अच्छे से कीजिएगा. Definitely they are going to come. Okay, and out of these two which I am writing now, इनमें से दोनों में से एक पक्का आएगा. So when we take silver nitrate AgNO3, because this is used for test also, so when we take silver nitrate and we add hydrochloric acid, there is white precipitate of silver chloride formed along with formation of nitric acid. So you will get white precipitate of HCl, AgCl and nitric acid is formed. Similarly, if we take lead nitrate PbNO3 whole twice and we treat this with hydrochloric acid, now again you will get PbCl2 white color precipitate. PbCl2 plus 2 molecules of nitric acid. Right? Now this white color precipitate is there, and if you try to dissolve it in hot water, then this precipitate dissolves. Okay, so these two are used for testing hydrogen chloride gas. So there is another chemical which is used to confirm whether the acid is hydrochloric acid or not. Then that substance is ammonium hydroxide or ammonia gas. Okay, so these are also used for testing. Okay, अब हम लेते हैं last reaction. That last reaction, what happens when hydrochloric acid combines with nitric acid. So three parts of hydrochloric acid, one part of nitric acid will combine to form nitrosyl chloride, right? Two molecules of water and two molecules of atomic chlorine or nascent chlorine, right? This combination is also known as aqua regia, okay, or it is known as royal water. This royal water dissolves if you take gold, so gold will dissolve in this, right, chloride, and you will get AuCl3. And if you take platinum, then platinum will also dissolve, will form PtCl4. So in order to dissolve gold, in order to dissolve platinum, aqua regia is used. Is this clear, children? Okay, so these are the chemical reaction, children. They are very important. इनको अच्छे से कर लीजिएगा, प्रैक्टिस कर लीजिएगा, ठीक है. और ये ज़रूर ध्यान रखिएगा. The question is generally asked when say for example sodium hydrogen carbonate or bicarbonate salt, hydrochloric acid is added, which gas is released. So remember, if carbonate salt है या hydrogen carbonate salt है तो carbon dioxide gas release होगी. अगर सल्फाइड या बाइसल्फाइड है तो सल्फर डाइऑक्साइड, और अगर सल्फाइड है तो हाइड्रोजन सल्फाइड, रॉटन एग लाइक स्मेल की गैस रिलीज. इज दिस क्लियर? तो रिएक्शन अच्छे से कर लीजिएगा. ऑल द बेस्ट चिल्ड्रन. बहुत ही छोटा और बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक है हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड. ओके, थैंक यू.